Your generation is so lazy. I ain't got no time for a 9 to 5, for a boss who don't care if I live or die. Yes, I'm a hardworking woman, but I love rest. Make my own decisions, I'm the main and you're my guest. And I manifest my truth and where I stand. I'm setting boundaries, don't care if you understand. I gotta do or I ain't got no time for no stress. Worry about your own life, mine yours, too obsessed with.
She snapped on that. Did she not snap on that though? It's good, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. This is Hope in the Desert. We in AZ. My name is Hope, and we're gonna bring it. It may be vastly scarce out there right now in the economy and everything going on, but we're gonna be that Hope. This is that channel. Let's get it. I guess apparently they're saying Gen Z doesn't want to work anymore. Is that right? I mean, I'm a part of Gen Z. We don't want to work anymore. Hold on, let's get into it.
Oh. Is your bank account low? Only eat ramen noodles. And you cannot pay your rent, but you can do the fend and go. Do you cry on your pillow because your savings are zero? Is your bank account low?
I hate my job and I want to quit. Am I still going to clock in and punch in and do what I have to do to get my bills paid? Yes. Am I going to complain the entire 8 hours? Yes.
I don't want to work anymore. And now everyone who's not going to watch the full video can go comment about how lazy I am, how lazy my generation is, and how we just don't want to work anymore. And now for those that are still here, I will explain what we mean by that. I do want to work. If I didn't work, I think I would honestly probably get so bored that I would just want to off myself. Like, most of us want to work. It helps give you purpose. It helps give you something to do. Hopefully you do something you're passionate about. Luckily for me, I do something I'm passionate about. So I genuinely like my job. But the problem is the purpose of a job is supposed to pay for you to be able to afford to live. And that's just not the case anymore. People in my generation who went to college, who did everything they were supposed to do, worked hard in school, went to a good college, graduated with their degree, yada yada, got their first job, and they can't afford to live. And we're working 40 to 60 hours a week, like on average, and we cannot afford to live. Like, we just do not make enough to pay rent, to pay for food. Everything is so expensive right now, and wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. So we are working full time, giving up a huge portion of our lives to work, and we can't even afford to live. That is why my generation is frustrated. That is why we don't want to work anymore, because we work really hard and we still can't afford to even get by. So, like, what's the point? We can't afford to save. We can't afford to buy things we want. We can't afford to go out and do fun things. We can barely afford to pay our rent and buy food. A lot of us have like 2 or 3 jobs, or like work a full-time job and have several side hustles. That is the case for me. And then older generations just look at us and they're like, you're not working hard enough. This is your fault. Like, you're not working hard enough. That's why you can't get. The reason we can't get by is because the cost of living since the 90s has gone up 67%, while the wages have only gone up 18%. So wages have not kept up with the cost of living. That is why we can't afford to live. Not because we're lazy, not because we don't work, not because we don't want to work anymore. That is why. That is all.
Let's hop into the comments. Let's see what people are talking about. Sad reality is we are all in a silent depression. Y'all depressed? Nah. Everybody out here depressed. It's getting tough out here, especially with the cost of living. But yeah, I just like to highlight some of the comments. Let's go ahead and hop into the next video.
I'm going to clear something up right now. I saw a career coach on LinkedIn say that nobody wants to work because young people feel like they're entitled to get great jobs where they have all these benefits and they have super amazing pay just because they got degrees. Is that not the dream that you guys sold us? Is that not what you told us that we'd be entitled to after we went to college, like you told us we had to? Like, I'm sorry, where's the disconnect here? Because I'm pretty sure you told everybody that if they went to college, they'd be successful because they'd get these great, wonderful jobs.
How many of y'all was told that? How many of y'all was told about that college dream? Everybody was. Everybody was. Go to college, get that degree, you're going to be fine, you're going to make money. $100,000 in debt, and let's see you make a minimum wage.
The great and wonderful jobs seem to not exist. I don't know where these great and wonderful jobs are that everybody said you'd get out of college. Here's the thing. Gen Z doesn't want to wait around for 40 or 50 years to make a salary that's livable. Like, that's just not what everybody is beat for. And I'm sorry that y'all were beat for that for the longest time. Like, I'm super sorry that you wasted 40, 50 years of your life trying to make a livable wage because nobody defended themselves. but Gen Z is going to defend themselves. And I feel like the disconnect here is happening because Gen Z is not going to put up with it. So the comments, nobody wants to work. No, people want to work, but I feel like they want to be paid for their time, their efforts. Maybe they don't have as much experience, but they got that degree that you said that they needed.
Every generation has to sacrifice. Gen Z is no different. But there is an additional pressure when you have inflation, with the cost of living, when the wages are not keeping up, and we're printing our dollars into oblivion, which I'm going to react to that with our dollars, inflation and everything. We're going to get into it on this channel. But yeah, let me let her continue to cook.
Got that degree that you said that they needed. So people want to work, but they definitely want to be compensated for their efforts. And I don't know that that's a bad thing, because every team I've worked on up until now where I work now is probably the only space where I'd say it's collaborative and everybody tries to help each other as much as possible. But in the past, the corporate environments I've been in, anybody that's over the age of 45 just stops doing their job and expects everybody beneath them to pick up the extra weight for no extra pay. And when you bring these concerns up to management, like, hey, I think we need some extra hands on deck, things are getting hectic, everybody just laughs at you. They're collecting these multi-six-figure salaries, and everybody...
Now, I am interested in see what these comments are talking about for her, because I know people are in there cooking. All right, so we're going to start off with the top comment right here. They saying, they literally told us we'd be broke and flipping burgers if we didn't go. And now we're entitled. They're saying that, hey, if you didn't go work and get your degree, you're going to be flipping burgers. You're not going to make any money. Got degrees and people still flipping burgers, which shout out to In-N-Out. They actually take care of their people and they pay really well. And it's not the same when people say flipping burgers. They actually take care of you and pay. If you haven't had In-N-Out, go try it. Let's go ahead and get into one more. This is the reality of late stage capitalism. Everyone under 40 has been sacrificed to a broken system. Woo!
Only 2 years into working my 9-to-5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at like 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun, because Sunday, have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon rolls around and I have the Sunday scaries and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. I went to college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle. What? No, 2 years is enough. So I'm on TikTok and I'll be promoting products and posting my way out of this god-awful cycle. I cannot settle for a life of dread, especially if they want us to retire at 70 now. No, I'm going to be using the internet because I see people making a fuck ton of money on here, and you can be making a fuck ton of money by creating digital products, selling those, and then promoting products that you didn't even make. So yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm going to be doing to get me out of this god-awful cycle, because I cannot take another second of it. Happy Sunday.
She's snapping on this. I'm going to be real. Digital is the way to go, because she's dropping gems right now. Seriously. The way for you to get out of this cycle of having to work right now and barely keeping up, you have to make something online, something digital. It doesn't have to be online, real estate, whatever you invest in, something that's passively coming to you. What she's talking about with this online stuff, it's where you can work anywhere in the world and get paid. But let's go ahead and hop into the comments. I want to see what people are talking about on this, because she was talking about some good stuff on here. But I'm going to go to the top light comment. We need a 4-day work week. Who feel that? If you think we need a 4-day work week, go ahead, comment in the tag. Comment below. Comment below. Comment below. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. Thank you.
Job market is so bad that people aren't even going back to full-time work anymore. I was scrolling on LinkedIn earlier, just kind of catching up on things, and I'm seeing a lot of people talking about how they're just choosing to freelance or contract work, not even creatively, like cleaning houses, like making websites, Uber Eats, anything considered contract work. They're actually making more money doing multiple part-time jobs than picking one full-time job and like getting underpaid and overworked. I never thought I would see that in our society, where people are just so over it. Obviously there are people getting hired, but like there's also a lot of people that are...
And she's telling the truth on this. A lot of people are going towards gig work and freelancing because they're just over the working and working these hours and this BS pay. But you can't survive off a minimum wage.
Been searching for like 6 months to a year and they just don't want to deal with it anymore. It's the endless interviews, it's the endless rejection. I mean, it gets really tiring after a while. If you don't have a job, got laid off, or you're unemployed right now, are you like pounding out job interviews? Are you trying to get part-time jobs, or are you starting your own business? The world is so different now.
Thank you for hanging with me today on YouTube. Well, I guess we're getting to the bottom if Gen Z really wants to work or they don't want to work. Well, what's going on? Are they lazy? Don't want to work? But comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel. It's your boy Hope. We back over here in the desert. Stay cool out here, and we're going to see you guys in the next one.